Abercrombie to inbound. Ben Woodside, the American, getting to work early. McPenny. Woodside again, great cut by Penny, and the little dish as well. Vacona was under the bucket. Abercrombie creates some room for himself and knocks down the big three.
Tom Abercrombie just showing his scoring ability.
Running the back the other way. Johnson from the corner, he answers back.
And Wildcats showing their versatility in pushing the ball in transition and shooting the open corner shot.
So, triples apiece to start this one in the jungle. Wildcats looking to play a much more up-tempo style of basketball this season. Part of the key to their success in the championship last season as Penny unloads and another three.
I've just never seen anybody square up to the ring as quickly as Kirk Penny does off a down screen and just shoot it. No matter where he is on the floor, it's always a smooth shot.
Some hot shooting early from both sides. And Wagstaff thought about it. He'll drive the lane. High off the glass. McKay with the offensive board. Couldn't put it back. Big bodies in there of Pledger and Vacona making that tough. I was saying, the Wildcats, they don't have the likes of Nate Jarwai and Tom Jervis this season. Not as big down low, and Mika Vacona made that look way too easy.
Yeah, he sure did. That was far too easy from the block, and Mika Vacona not usually a scoring threat, and easy juice there.
Samir McKay, his hands full. Alex Pledger tonight. Casey Prather, that's MVP from last season. Didn't get the friendly roll. Last touch off Perth. Mika Vacona, 5-time NBL champion. Captain of the Tall Blacks, of course. You know what you're in for when you come up against Mika Vacona. Pledger. Wrestling down low. McKay, he's got the size. He just bustled McKay out of the way. It's a little heavy. A little hook shot. And it's going to be a Wildcats ball.
And look, McKay actually did a pretty good job there. He stayed in front and he forced the big fella into a long hook shot. But he's certainly got a job on him tonight. You know, Pledger is easily outweighing him on the weight side of things.
Okay. Now for Prather. Back for Jaron Johnson. He had the hot hand last week for the Wildcats. Prather, 3 on the shot clock, had to let it go. Damian Martin hustling under the basket, and he keeps possession for Perth.
And that's classic Damian Martin. He's one of the best, if not the best, rebounding guard in the league, and he's always attacking the ball. He's, and as we've said, he's like a bull terrier at that thing.
Not usually you see a guy who only averages 6 points win the grand final MVP, but it was that sort of hustle that saw him win the award in the grand final series last season. Here he is inside to McKay, putting it on the floor. Pledger was right in his face, and Woodside had to come up with the rebound.
And Perth aren't going to get that many second opportunities with this size on the floor as Penny squares up again and nails another triple pass.
Kirk Penny, he had his shooting problems last week, but he has started on fire here. Prather wants to attack the hoop again. Went it low. Webster got a little hand in there. Lowe picked it up, throw it away. Webster in the open court. Brandt giving chase. Webster protected the ball beautifully and lays it in for 2.
Really clever by Corey Webster, and he was able to shield Brandt, the big fella, off his back, and he knew Damian Martin was coming from behind for the swat. He's been one of my favourite players to watch as he misses that free throw. But as a player, one of my favourite to play against, just due to his physicality.
Seconds ticking away in the first quarter. Koenig drew from the corner. Will rudder its way and bounce back out. And that will do us through the first quarter here in the jungle. The Breakers blew it open early, but in the end the Perth Wildcats were able to fight back, and the margin is just 3 points at quarter time. It's Casey Prather going right at Penny, and he got the elevation. He was able to drop it over the top as well.
And look, Kirk Penny's going to work so hard on offense, so let's make him work down the defensive end and let's punch it to him inside the key.
Penny driving into the lane, good combination with Vacona. An easy bucket there for the Breakers. Pass inside, and Prather again causing all sorts of headaches. Taking the contact that time from Abercrombie. 6 points in the quarter already for Prather. Make that 7. So he's looking to try and take the game over, and Perth have tied things up. Prather going right at Fletcher, takes the contact again, and again he'll go to the line for one more. He's got 9 points for the quarter. Make that 10. Woodside. Pick the tempo up a little, retreats back, low, put it on the floor, and the big man will go right to the hoop. And a nice finish with the left hand.
Lovely finish by the big man, and he's showing that he can move. He's agile, he up fakes a 3. As Kirk Penny got shot by a sniper there.
He's checking his ankles at the moment. Kirk Penny. Forward to Walker. Movement by the Wildcats. Prather wants nothing else but to go right at the hoop. And why wouldn't you? He's on fire in this second quarter. Ball in the hands of Casey Prather again. Got the screen from McKay. Thought about lobbing it up, kicked it instead to Wagstaff. And Jesse Wagstaff nails the 3.
And again, this is a guy that shot terribly last week in terms of Jesse Wagstaff shooting, and not afraid to shoot the ball this week.
Yeah, 1 of 10 last week, Wagstaff. Would have enjoyed seeing that one go down. Great work there by Delaney, who's checked into the game. He draws the contact. And that will do us in this first half. New Zealand have a lot of soul-searching to do at the break. Things have turned quite badly for them in that second quarter. The Wildcats are able to take over the game. The second half is underway from the Perth Arena, an 11-point lead to the Perth Wildcats. New Zealand want to try and chip into this lead as quickly as they can. Vacona gets it wide. Penny unleashes a big 3. That's exactly what the Breakers wanted to start.
Yeah, what a start by Kirk Penny. Very similar in the first quarter. It seems like they've just changed their mindset and listened to Paulie Murray's words.
Third quarter's been a real struggle for Perth in their opening 2 games. Jaron Johnson hasn't quite had the shooting prowess that he did in the last game against Cairns. What can New Zealand muster? Penny again trying to go up that screen. McKay with the deflection, and now trying to get it running again is Prather, stepping through the lane and out of room. It's a small gap. Penny comes up with the rebound.
New Zealand Breakers very lucky to get away with a turnover as Tommy Abercrombie nails the 3-pointer pass. Great start for the New Zealand Breakers.
Here's Prather. He's given some room to shoot this time. Just a little short. Woodside. Inside to Fletcher. And he drops it in.
And how quickly he can just turn around, perhaps. Hit a couple of 3s, get an inside bucket, and all of a sudden...
Stolen away by Damian Martin. Away to Prather, who'll try and elevate. He couldn't get the finger on finish, but the follow from Johnson.
And that's where Perth's at their best, when they're in the lanes and they're up in the ante in the defensive end. They can get in transition as Casey Prather gives away a foul there on Woodside. But New Zealand Breakers have got to be more careful on the offensive end. We can't be just throwing the ball away, in particular when Damian Martin's got his arms in there.
That is the last person you want to be throwing it in the vicinity of. Packed house in the jungle. They'll be nudging 12,000 again for the second consecutive game. Back right up into the top tiers here in this arena. All the players on the floor trying to kickstart this comeback for the New Zealand Breakers. Keal Mitchell, what can he do to get involved? Driving hard there against Wagstaff. Again an attempt a long way from the bucket. Fletcher with the offensive board once, twice. The Breakers will come up with it again. Woodside putting the dribble moves on. The step back shot would have been a 2.
And look, I want to get the ball in Corey Webster's hands. I don't know how we're going to do it, but you've got to get it in his hands and allow him to create. He needs to get into this game.
I know what sort of a scoring threat he is, Corey Webster, when he gets going. Here's Jared Kenny. He pulls up with 3 on the shot clock. Tipped away again by Kenny, but Abercrombie comes up with it. Driving against Wagstaff. A holding foul on the way past by Damian Martin. It just has the active hands in there.
Yeah, it just looked like he got his arms in there, and look, they've switched there. It looks like on the screen, and Damo's just thought he could get a back tap, and get that through.
Woodside driving, kicks out. Abercrombie thought it was good out of the hands, but not there. Now the Wildcats in transition again, pushing it, and high off the glass goes Jesse Wagstaff. Good finish.
Yeah, great finish by Wagstaff. I mean, there you got your four-man running the floor and getting a layup. Just showing the versatility and athleticism.
Energy and the tempo that Cats able to play with as Woodside buries a big three.
And they needed that. And look, if they're not going to score the basket, you want to make sure that someone's plugging the point guard, whoever rebounds the ball, to not enable them to push it up in transition.
Just over 4 minutes to go in the third. Wildcats still holding sway, but it's been a good fight back in the early stages by New Zealand. There's a bit of work going off the ball by Woodside and Jesse Wagstaff. And Wagstaff blowing pretty hard. He's going to come from the floor. The referee just saying that the knee just went out a little from Woodside.
Yeah, and look, it started at the with the on-ball screen. They switched the screen, and Woodside was just giving Wagstaff a little bit of a tug and a bit of a hold, and that continued into the block.
Johnson in for Brandt, working hard. Get physical under the bucket there. One just popping out. 6-point ball game. It was 11 at the half. As a long-range shot from the big man in low. Couldn't find the target. Kenny driving the lane. Has to feed it back out to Damien Martin. Walker on the floor for Perth. Martin down low for Brandt. Has to go himself. There was pushed baseline by Lowe. Affected the pass, and another turnover from Perth.
Yeah, he went nowhere with that spin. He had the baseline as a second defender.
Woodside showed a bit more intent in this quarter. Webster, you wanted the ball in his hands. Clean guarded, Damien Martin, hand right in his face. Webster made some room and knocks down the two.
And hey, potentially a push-off, but that's why he has to get the ball in his hand. A play before that, he drew two people, maybe not a great shot by Lowe. He draws two people, which enables Lowe to shoot that three. Get the ball in his hand.
As Jaron Johnson loads up a big three, almost got the friendly roll. Woodside pushes it quickly, and Mitchell goes upstairs. He likes to throw it down, and that's enough for Trevor Gleeson. He doesn't want to see any more. It's been a good fight back by the New Zealand Breakers. The margin is back to just two. New Zealand, they're up and about at the moment, low. Wide for Webster. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Mitchell spinning baseline quickly on Walker. Lovely move from Akil Mitchell.
Great move, and you know what? Basketballers are pretty weird people. As Casey Prather shoots that three.
Okay, fighting hard under the bucket, but it did catch the baseline. It'll be New Zealand ball.
As I was saying, you know, as we look at the nice move there, and he does like to get upstairs, but they're very superstitious. So is it in the Wildcats' head that, hey, it's a third quarter, we normally don't play that well? Don't know, but it's certainly something to think about.
Plenty to think about for Trevor Gleeson as Webster went for three. Scores level. Wildcats have seen their lead disappear pretty quickly as Damien Martin, the captain, tries to lift his side. McKay had a piece of it, but couldn't reel in the offensive rebound.
And not much scoring power on the floor at the moment, apart from Prather for the Wildcats.
Inside the last minute of this third quarter, Penny lining it up low the offensive board, and McKay got just a piece on the way through. Still plenty of fouls to give for the Wildcats. With 51 seconds remaining, 50.9 seconds on the clock. We see McKay just making plenty of contact with the arm there of Rob Lowe. Chance for the Breakers to take the lead. Something you wouldn't have thought possible looking at it at half-time. Such was the control of Perth in the second quarter.
They certainly had all the momentum, and they've certainly lost that now, coming towards the end of the third.
Tueta. Now Rob Lowe from a long range, and Rob Lowe puts the Breakers in front.
And he doesn't hesitate. He has not hesitated one time tonight from beyond the arc. A lot of confidence in the young fella.
The Breakers have the lead inside the last 30 seconds of the third quarter. Crater gets back into his work, dropping that one in.
And he's inside the key. That's what he needs to do. He can hit the three, yep, but if I can get to the hoop, I want to get to the hoop.
Last possession here with New Zealand. Tueta down to Akil Mitchell, who will take the two, and he'll go to the line for one more, fouled on the way up.
And what a composed play by Tueta there. He's got Casey Prather, one of the premier defenders in the league, on him at the halfway line. He just shakes a little, gives a bit of a hesitation, and then dumps it off to the big fella. Great play.
Prather may be disappointed that he'd gotten past and committing the foul. Breakers coach happy with his team's play in this third quarter. He spoke to him at the half, Brad Robbins. And they've made an inspired comeback. Here's Prather answering back, or trying to, with a three, and that will do us. What a remarkable comeback by the New Zealand Breakers in that third quarter. The Wildcats were all over them in the second. They had an 11-point lead at halftime, but the Breakers, they take the advantage into the final change. The crowd on their feet to start this final quarter. The Wildcats again, the third quarter doing them no favours, giving up a big lead. As Jared Kenny left alone, and he knocks down the first bucket of the final quarter.
Really nice aggressive play by Jared Kenny.
Casey Prather, speaking of aggressive, steals it back, and we're square.
And isn't it amazing? A couple of buckets within 30 seconds, and we're all square.
And stolen away again. Prather with consecutive steals, takes the contact, and he couldn't get it to drop. But there is the energy.
You know, New Zealand just need to take a big breath right now and just get the ball over the half court and play some decent offense.
Mitchell advancing it. Got low. Now Woodside. Got higher in the air. Plenty of time on this possession. Woodside wide low. He's been striking it well from beyond the arc. Not that time. Breakers almost came up with it, and then Prather almost threw it away. A noise huge inside this building as Kenny loses it. Woodside goes sliding, jump ball to call, and it will be a Breakers ball.
And again, the Wildcats just speeding up the tempo right now, and as a steal there for the New Zealand Breakers by Woodside. But, you know, they just need to take a big breath and relax, get the ball over the half court and run some offense.
All about keeping cool, calm, collected head. When the atmosphere is like this, almost 13,000 people in the building. We're seeing a ripping contest. Here's Woodside. It's only got better as the quarter's gone on. The half's gone on, stolen away. Jamil McKay to rise upstairs. And he lays it in for a couple more. And Perth have made the fast start to the final quarter. New Zealand want to talk it over. Damien Martin now putting the dribble moves on. He had the support of McKay. The shot well short. What a block by Pledger on McKay. Denied him going to the rim. We get a jump ball. It'll be Wildcats possession. But Alex Pledger right in the face of Jamil McKay.
Yeah, great block by Alex Pledger. But what he did good was he knew that Damien Martin wasn't as big of a threat at the ring as McKay was. So he backpedaled enough in order to be there to block that shot.
McKay's usually doing that to other people. Not being blocked himself. 5 on the shot clock for Perth. Inbound to Prather. Not sure if Akona tipped it out. Was ricocheting away anyway. Woodside now to Kenny. Prather got a big piece of it, but the foul is called. Here's Abercrombie pulling up for a long-range two. And he buries it. And you can just see the seesawing contest that we've had. just when you think one team's dominating and running away with it, the other team's come back into it. It's been pretty tight, though, in this final quarter. Cats started a little better. And only now lead it by 2. Jaron Johnson threw it up hard. McKay with a follow. Waxed up in there as well. Pledger recovers the best and wins possession for New Zealand. Mitchell's trapped. McKay putting the pressure on. They do well to get out of it. Abercrombie down to Pledger. Webster was screaming for it. Woodside drives the lane, drops it down, and Pledger rises and throws it down with authority.
Nice little scoop there to Pledger. It looked like he nearly missed the handle on that one. Always get told never to throw the ball low to 7-footers, but he got it and tucked it away.
Score's tied again. McKay left alone to shoot it. Thought better of it. Prather. Woodside under pressure from Kenny. Martin's guarding Webster. Prather on Abercrombie. Woodside looking to work past. He flicks it wide. Abercrombie deep in the corner. Tough shot. Possession Perth. A foul by the Breakers for Casey Prather. No problems with the second either. As Lowe steps back into the contest for the Breakers. Perth now out by 4, but still plenty of time remaining.
Webster's going to need some help here getting the ball, and he's left all alone with the extended pressure.
Abercrombie comes to help out. Woodside advances over halfway. Kicks it out now to Webster. Beyond the arc, throws up the 3. Couldn't find it. Big rebound by Lowe. Woodside has to jack it up. That's a little short. Lowe goes again with another offensive rebound. McKay lets him drop in the 2, and it's a 2-point ball game with 12.4 to play. And we're going to get a timeout. There's a late call. The 2 teams have talked it over. Here's Kenny, fouled quickly. And Woodside is called for it. Jared Kenny will go to the free throw line. That's a 3rd foul on Ben Woodside, who won a championship against the Breakers last season. And he misses that free throw there. And that just opens the door for New Zealand.
Yeah, it certainly does. They either, regardless of a make or miss, they need to push the ball and get a 3.
Pressure on the second. And he misses both. So New Zealand can either tie or take the lead. Time ticking away. Woodside. Inside is Webster. Throws it up with the right hand. It bounces away and the Wildcats get the win.